I put in an order back in November. It has been 13 weeks, 3 days. I have some inside sources at the factory. I'm actually speaking with someone that works at the factory on all of this. YouTube family, what is going on? Welcome back to the video, welcome back to the channel, man. So special shout out to all my new viewers for tapping in. If you are new to the channel, make sure you lock it in for the long haul. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and check out some of my old videos where you can check out a lot of car content, car meets, car reviews, a lot of stuff that is related to cars. So you are here because you like cars, so make sure you do that. Make sure you do that for your boy and lock it in for the long haul. For all my returning viewers, I want to thank you guys for rocking with me and supporting the channel. Without you, I wouldn't be to this point when it comes to the YouTube journey. So thank you guys for doing that. So to all my returning subscribers, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get into the topic of today's video. You see the title and you see the thumbnail. So we have some really good news today. We have some really good news. If you have been following the channel, then you know that I put in an order for a 2022 Dodge Challenger or Charger. We're not telling you exactly what it is. I put in an order back in November 17th, 16th, one of those days, right? It has been 13 weeks, 3 days since my order has been in, and we now have an official update. We have some actual solid dates as to when I could actually take delivery of the new car. Yes, it is cold. I have my hoodie on, I have my hood up because it is cold, like I said. So like I was saying, I do have some solid dates and things of that nature now. So my last update that I got, my car, some of you guys may know, it's been in the D status, meaning it was trying to gather parts and all that type of stuff. So now the actual dates I have for my car, depending on when you're watching this, so February 25th is the date that my car will be being built, unless we hit a delay, which I hope we don't. February 25th. I have some inside sources at the factory. I have inside sources, so what I'm about to tell you about whole ordering process is going to be real legit information. My car should be shipped on March 1st. That is, again, barring any sort of delays or anything like that. I'm gonna put my hand in my pocket. It is cold. So February 25th and March 1st is when we should, when things should be happening. Now, as far as how long it's gonna take to ship, I don't know. Don't know how long it's gonna take to ship. It could be within that week when we get the car. It may not. I don't know. It just really depends on when the car gets picked up from the shipping yard, which, based on my inside information, that happens. They have trucks coming in there all the time to pick up cars to deliver them. Hopefully on the 1st, it happens on that day. I do know that was another car. One of my guys is at a car blacklist. I'm not going to say anything about what he's got on order. Me and him been talking back and forth a good bit, but one of his cars has already been built and it's ready to ship, but it didn't ship on the day it should have been shipped, which it should be shipping this weekend as of me recording this video, right? So I know I made a video about kind of an update on the 2022 Chargers and Challengers as to, when they would start hitting the dealership and things of that nature. And I know a lot of you guys commented on it. You told me your status as far as like when you ordered and what status you're in and things like that. I know a lot of you guys already have delivery dates, and some of you may already have your car. So congratulations to everyone that already has the car. So this is for a lot of you guys that are still waiting for an update. This is the latest I've been out here. This is my new little spot. Y'all see, I'm just gonna quick circle of the spot, man. All the lights came on just for me, Yes, I got shades on tonight. I can do that. So I want to talk about what you guys can expect if you are still waiting on your order, and if you're thinking about putting in an order for a 2022 Dodge Charger or Challenger. So I'm gonna step through some information. Like I said before, I I'm actually speaking with someone that works at the factory on all of this. They're giving me a lot more information than Dodge customer service is giving me, which is not customer service fault. It's just whoever's running that is not allowing them to have access to the information they need to provide to their customers. So that's the gripe I have, and I'll get into that later. So the first thing I want to let everybody know, when you do an order for Dodge and you go to the dealership, you do your order, one rumor, one misconception is that they do the order on a first come, first serve basis. I am going to say that is 100% false. It does not work that way. The date of you put in the order does take some, they do take account of it to a certain extent, but for the most part, they don't, that means nothing. Because I know for a fact, I put my order, like I said, I put my order in back in mid-November, and there are people that did their orders after me and already have delivery dates. So just because I did my order early doesn't mean I got my car early. There's people that did their order after me that already have delivery dates. So that means nothing as far as how early you put your order in. So the question is, how does Dodge determine which cars to build in what order? At first, I thought it was based on location. Location does not matter. Next, I thought it was based on trims. Trims do not matter. I thought it was based on color. Color does not matter. So pretty much when these cars come down the assembly line, you have every color, every trim, it does not matter. Charger, Challenger, it does not matter. They're all coming down the assembly line. So you have Hellcats being built with XXTs, GTs, RTs, Scat Packs. All of that stuff is coming down the assembly line. So trim does not matter, right? The way they determine the order they do these builds is based solely on dealership volume for the most part. I wouldn't say solely, but most part is dealership volume. So you go to a larger dealership that sells a lot of orders, more than likely those cars will be prioritized over a smaller dealership. I think I found a couple of exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, that's what I've been told on a consistent basis. The more sales the dealership does, the higher priority those cars get sold, right? Or built, I should say. The build process of the car. So here's some more things I learned about from the person inside the factory that works there. From the time this car, it goes from like a roll of steel to a complete car, takes a total of 20 hours. We're talking paint, everything, 20 hours to get the car completed. And in a day, they can knock out around, I think it was like about 660 to 775 cars a day. They are running pretty much full steam now. They have not hit the 775 cars a day mark. They're still running into some supply constraints that slows them down a little bit, but not to the point where everything comes to a complete stoppage. Speaking of a complete stoppage, earlier this year, the plant was closed for about 3 weeks. And the reason they were closed to restock on parts. So that way, when they open, they can go full steam ahead. So they did that so they can just work full speed and not have to worry about supplies and things like that. So the first car that they completed for 2022 didn't roll off the assembly line until January 26th. They were closed from 3 weeks in January, and then after they opened, it was January 26th when the first car was completed and done with. That is straight from someone that works inside the factory. So I want to get into a couple things I didn't like about the process and that I'm learning right now. So if you do an order, you do get, what typically happens is after you place your order at the dealership, you'll get a VIN number within a couple of days of putting the order in. The VIN number is usually the first thing established, so that way that's not taken. And once the VIN number is assigned to your car, I said VIN number, I just say VIN because VIN is vehicle identification number. I shouldn't say number again, just in case y'all try to flame me. So once the VIN is assigned, you can't make changes to the car or anything like that. Which, like I said, that is like the first thing you get assigned after the order is submitted. So from there, your car goes into a status like called like a D status, where they start gathering parts for your car to build, which depending on your car, it can take some time, right? It can take a few weeks, a few months, just depends. So far as gathering the parts, like I said, that goes back into the dealership thing. Like far as like if the dealership sells a lot of cars, they'll try to get everything together for your car to be built, you know, sooner than later, stuff like that. But it goes in that phase. After it goes to the phase of all the parts are gathered, then the parts are gathered, then they have to schedule it to get on the assembly line, which right now, that's where my car is at this point, and it's scheduled going to the assembly line. But the thing about that is the chat information. Like I said, there's a customer service chat that you can reach out to to get information on the status of your build. The bad part about it is the information they have access to is very slim to none. All they're doing is telling you the status, the letter status on your order, and that's it. They don't have any particular dates or anything like that until almost the car is built. So I had to reach out to the person that works inside the factory, and I was able to get more information than the chat gave me. And the bad part I hate about that is the dealership generally does not know this information. They don't know when your car's getting scheduled. They know nothing. They just know the status it's in, and that's it. But for some reason, I can give this person my VIN number, and they give me dates and everything, which I'm not sure why that's the case. Why, if I give the chat person my VIN number, they can't give me any detailed information. But this other person, I give them a VIN number, they give me everything. I wish those systems were synced up to a point where the chat person can give you that detailed information, so that way you know what to expect when it comes to your order, when it's gonna be built and stuff like that. And a lot of you guys are gonna ask, like, how did you get in contact with someone that works at the factory? Luck, all luck. I got lucky. I was on Facebook, I was in a group talking, and someone chimed in on something. He knew what he's talking about. I sent him a message. I've been talking with him ever since. He's been telling me everything I need to know about this whole process. So shout out to him. Shout out to him. I can't give his name up because I'm not gonna give his name up, but he's been giving me a lot of information on that. So shout out to that guy. Now, another thing I learned with this process, as far as with the doing the order and everything, they are still building dealer stock cars, but typically what they're doing with dealer stock cars, those are taking a little bit of a lower priority of build. So they're building most of the day building customer cars, and then towards the end of the day, when they get enough customer cars built, they switch over and do some dealer stock cars. If you are out there looking to get a car from the dealership and pick it up, I'm going to say this: you need to act fast, because they're not prioritizing those cars to be built at all. Your dealership is probably going to get maybe 6 to 7 2022 cars, and that's about it. I looked at the dealership I got my car, I did my order at, and they have about, I think they have about 6 or 7 cars. They have have some XXCs, they have some Scat Packs. They have one Hellcat, and maybe like a couple RT and stuff like that. So the pickings are going to be extremely slim, and a lot of people are going to go that route when it comes to buying a car, because they don't want to wait to the order, and they just want to, you know, pick one off of the lot, get it and go. So make sure, if you are looking for a new 2022 without doing the order, be on top of these dealerships and start. You're probably gonna have to buy the car before you even see the car, to be honest. No one else is gonna buy the car without seeing it. Just being real with you guys. So we're just gonna wrap up this video. So pretty much, whenever you're watching this video, if you're one of the first people that's watching this video, I'm going to say that I'm gonna be generous. Maybe about 2 weeks after this video drops, or within 2 weeks after this video drops, I should have the new car. But I'm gonna tell y'all this: a lot of my videos drop late. They drop late. Sometimes I'll record a video and it may be a week before I drop it, or what have you, depending on what the video is about. So it could be I might already have a car. You know, I might already have a car already. You know, just depends, right? Just depends. So I'm going to say this car right here, as much as I'm ready for the new car, man, this car right here, the days for it to be on the channel are numbered. I'm not going to sit here and talk down on the car or anything like that, because I will say this car has really been good to me. I'm going to do a final review on this car with the miles and everything I had going on with the car and things like that, which a lot of it's going to surprise you guys. A lot of it will surprise you guys, so make sure you stay tuned for that video. Should be coming out pretty soon, and so we get the final little walkthrough of the car. Well, not the final walkthrough, this is just a walk around. Like I'm saying, I'm excited for the new car, but at the same time, I'm going to miss this one. I'm going to miss this one. This is what I started my channel with. I'm getting choked up, guys. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. But this is what I started my channel with, man. This is my first MOPAR, Challenger, Dodge, however you want to say it, ever. I know I'm on here repping the brand like I've been MOPAR since I was born. That's not been the case, but this has been probably this has easily been the funnest car I ever owned. I know I haven't owned a lot of cars, but this is definitely the funnest car I've owned by far. So I'm definitely gonna miss it. You always remember the first, and this is definitely the first. So for you guys that tuned into the channel because of this car, I do apologize. I won't be having it too much longer. It's time for me to do something different for a few reasons, but I'm pretty sure you won't be disappointed with the new car either. So that's all I got. If you got any questions about doing orders and things like that, let me know in the comments below. If you do have an order out there and you got some questions about that, feel free to drop some comments below as well. I'm looking, you know, I'll definitely share any information that I got as far as when it comes to doing the orders and what's going on at the factory. Can't say too much, but I definitely want to say I want a huge shout out to the person that I linked up with that has been giving me this information and has been keeping me sane, so I know exactly what to expect when it comes to the orders. Like I said, they had way more information than the dealership had. There's no fault of the dealership at all or the customer service. It's just the way Dodge runs their system. They don't give that information to those people, which I'm not sure why. It would definitely be helpful to have that information that they've been giving me. But yes, sir. So I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to catch you on the next one. We are out. Cut it.